Hello and welcome, or welcome back. This is Gonna Be Debt Free. And one of the ways I am gonna be debt free is by doing a bi-weekly budget that aligns to each of my bi-weekly paychecks. So today's budget is actually kind of boring. And I'm really excited that it's kind of boring. And I'll get into why I'm excited about a really boring budget as we get going. So let's dive in. To start with, I have my income. And my regular income is $4,000 biweekly. That's a combination of my salary from my regular job and some side hustle money that I have coming in that's pretty consistent because I've been building it up for years. And I'm not expecting anything extra, but here's hoping, right? So I'm going to go into my 4 walls. I'll write them all down, and then I'll be right back. Okay, my 4 walls. I do not have a mortgage. I sold my old house, used the equity to pay off my new house. That's why I don't have a mortgage. My electric. I still have a credit on the account because I have a ton of solar on this house, which is why I bought this house. So I have a credit still standing at my power company. My water averages about $40 a month, which is $20 biweekly. I do not have sewer or trash. I am on a septic system and I burn my trash. My propane I only have to fill it about once a year, it was $240 when I filled it last fall, which is about $20 a month or $10 biweekly. My internet is $110 a month, which is $55 biweekly. My skip insurance and my cell phone is $100 a month, which is $50 biweekly. And my insurance has come down pretty significantly. If you watch my monthly budget, you'll see that my insurance is down from $580 to $400 a month, which is $200 biweekly. So I've been able to cut that down. So this is really what my 4 walls looks like biweekly. Let me dive into expenses and I'll be right back. Okay, for my expenses, I have $100 a week for groceries, which is $200 biweekly, and $100 a week for gas for the car, which is $200 biweekly. Groceries includes all of my household expenses. Any eating out that I do is just going to come out of there. It's kind of a catch-all. I try to focus it just on groceries, but other necessities come out of there. Gas for the car, I've got a couple of road trips. So I'm keeping it at $100 a week. It's a little high, but it's working out for me and it's making my budget work for me right now. My dog is dog food, grooming, all that sort of stuff. I budget $15 biweekly, and I have a hobby that's about $10 a week, so I budget $20 every paycheck. And then I'm going to get into my debts. Let me write them out and I'll be right back. Okay, if you watch my monthly budget, you will see that when my insurance went down, I decided to take all of these and round them up so that I just didn't have extra money sitting in my budget, but that if I lower my expenses, I just put it all towards debt. So these numbers have gone up since my last biweekly. Now, Chase is paid off, and I paid off American Express a few weeks ago. So those are both zero. My Chase, I rounded up to $300 biweekly, and my American Express personal loan, I rounded up to $1,100 a month, which is $550 biweekly. So the $300 and the $550 is now in my regular snowball, So those two just move down to here as my regular snowball is $850, so that this amount stays consistent paycheck by paycheck, month by month, as my minimum that I'm putting towards debt, which never drops below the minimums that I started with when I started this journey. And that's how you make the snowball method work and get your debts paid off, and don't keep recalculating it. So I'm trying to be really focused on that. So my personal loan used to be $85 biweekly, and I've rounded it up to $100 biweekly. My Home Depot was $144 biweekly, and I have now rounded that up to $150 biweekly. My American Express personal loan was $457 biweekly. I rounded that up to $500 biweekly. And my truck payment was $277 biweekly, and I rounded that up to $300 biweekly. Okay, so let me do some math and we'll figure all this out, and then I will fill this in and we'll come up with the summary. Okay, so my four walls, which is my basic living expenses, everything that's fixed to keep a roof over my head, including insurance. And for me, internet and cell phone is part of that because they're required to be able to do my job. So my four walls is now down to $335. Debt is now it was up from 1805 to 1900, and this has gone down and that has gone up, but they're pretty close to the same net together. And then my expenses, that's pretty much where it's been all the time. So if my income for this paycheck is $4,000 and my four walls is $335, my expenses are $435, and my debts are $1,900. This is my basic bare bones budget. So if I take the $4,000 minus $335 minus $435 minus $1,900, that gives me $1,330 for my snowball, which gets me to a zero-based budget. This is really boring and really plain, but the thing that I love about it is there's nothing extra here. There's no extra. I had no extra income this time. I have no extra expenses for my four walls or anything. This is just bare bones. Here's what's getting me excited. Because I have my Chase and American Express paid off, I'm focusing on my personal loan. So I have my minimum payment of $100 towards my personal loan. Plus, this $850 goes up here and goes towards that. So I get to add $850 to it. Plus, this snowball is going to come up and get added to it. So I add $1,330 to it. So bare bones, nothing extra. Because I've paid these off and kept my minimum payments snowballing, I get to pay $2,280 towards my personal loan. And if you've been following my channel, I started at $11,779, I think is where that personal loan started. And with my magic check, which was my last paycheck, I put $3,000 on it, which brought it down in the $8,000 range. And so now I'm putting $2,200, almost $2,300 against it now, which means that if I can just stick with my bare bones basic budget, even with no extra income or no windfalls or anything, I only have a couple of paychecks left before I can get that personal loan paid off. And when I said I was excited about a really boring budget, that's what I'm talking about because of the snowball, right? It's not just about getting balances paid off quickly. It's about creating a bigger and bigger snowball so you can accelerate things. It's why I like the snowball method better than the avalanche. I get that the avalanche is a math thing. But here's the thing. If something happened and all of my plans got scrapped and I get completely derailed, because I've paid these off and these are revolving, and if I just stuck to my minimums, even as they adjusted, these are revolving, so they aren't going to decrease and keep catching up to me, right? Even if these had been lower amounts, credit card companies set you up to pay the most amount. That's why as you pay down your balance, they reduce your minimum payment because they want to stretch it out. Like 20-year payments if you just pay the minimums, it's going to take you like 20 years to pay off a credit card. These are my 2 credit cards and they are both paid off. So I don't have to worry about that now. These are all loans with a fixed time period associated with them. This is my longest one. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to focus on it next. It's a smaller payment because it's a longer time period. It's a 10-year loan. I don't want to be paying this thing off for 10 years. By focusing on it next, it shortens that period. And these are all shorter period loans. My truck's 5 years, and these other 2 I think are 3 years each. So if I derailed and no longer could do what I was doing, I'm still going to have a shorter payoff if I result to going to the minimums, because these minimums are fixed and don't reduce. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing my plan the way I'm doing it, and I'm sticking to it the way I'm sticking to it, because it's going to set me up for the best future if life happens. I mean, this whole mess all happened because life happened and I wasn't prepared for it. I want to, as I move forward through my debt journey, I want to make sure that I'm not just being short-sighted, which is how I got into this mess. I want to make sure that I'm looking at if something happened, worst case scenario, best case scenario, I am setting myself up to have the shortest payoff possible. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this the way I am doing this, because it gives me this $2,280 snowball just based off my minimums. And if life happens, I'm still in better shape by doing it this way than anything else. So if you're trying to decide between avalanche or snowball or whatever, consider looking at a plan that sets you up in the best possible future if something goes horribly wrong. And that's kind of where I'm at. So that is what I'm doing for here. So let me go grab my cash from my paycheck and my envelopes, and I will be right back. And there I am with my cash and my envelopes. And I've created 2 extra envelopes because I've created some line items here for my regular snowball and my extra snowball. And I can't shove everything into these envelopes when I get it all together. So I decided I would create extra envelopes to help me keep things straight. So my regular snowball, let me just add these in, goes there. My extra snowball goes there. Okay. And let's count, and then we will get to stuffing. 100, 200, 300, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2,000. 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $3,000. $20, $40, $60, $81, $20, $40, $60, $82, $20, $40, $60, $83, $20, $40, $60, $84, $20, $40, $60, $80, $500. 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 80, 3,800. Which means this is $200. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 4,000. Right? So 3,000, 3,800, 3,900, $4,000. I don't know that I really need the ones, but I couldn't not get ones just in case. So I'm going to set the ones off the side because they don't all fit. Okay, we will start with water. This gets $20 a paycheck. And it is kind of a sinking fund so that I can pay for the water when I need it. My propane gets $10 every paycheck. Again, another sinking fund for when I need to order this one. Internet gets 55, 20, 40, 45, 50, $55. My insurance is down to, yay, down to $200. My cell phone is $50. Biweekly, $50. My American Express is, and I'll just show, yes, it's empty. American Express paid off. Don't need that envelope anymore. So my personal loan gets $100. My Home Depot gets $150. 1, 20, 40, 45, 50. My American Express personal loan gets $500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My truck now gets $300. 2, 3. Oh, this is so much easier. I'm glad I rounded everything up. My regular snowball gets $850, which was $300 that had gone to Chase and $550 that would have gone to American Express. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20, 40, 845, 850. Groceries. Groceries gets $200. Gas for the car. It's $200. The dog. This is kind of a sinking fund, I guess. Dog gets $15. For dog food, for grooming, treats. Miscellaneous gets $20 for my hobby. And that means that everything left should be this $1,330. I don't have any other expenses. They're not budgeted. I'm not spending the money. So this all should be $1,330. So we'll do some counting. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. 20, 40, 60, 80, 7, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 89, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,000. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 1,200. So this should be 130. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, which puts that to 1,300. This should be 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. $1,330. That all goes towards the extra snowball. Let's see if I can squish it in. So I have $1,330 plus my regular snowball that will all be going toward my personal loan. I'll keep those together. Which will give me that $2,280 going towards my personal loan. And there's my budget. My really boring budget that has nothing extra, no extra money, no extra expenses, nice boring budget with $2,280 going towards my personal loan. Super excited about a boring budget. So, and honestly, rounding this up and getting these to whole numbers, it makes it so much faster and so much easier. And I am so happy about rounding this up and not having money just sitting around to just spend, because I really want to just stay focused and keep making headway. So there's my boring budget. That's what I got going on. And if you want to watch more boring budgets that are really exciting boring budgets, take a minute and subscribe. I am also, on my last video, I did say that I've got a giveaway coming up. I was able to just monetize this channel, which is mind-boggling to me and so exciting. You guys have been so great at subscribing and making great comments and just watching the craziness that I got into here. And I am so grateful that as I start getting my first couple of YouTube checks, I do want to give it back. My next video will be a debt update, and I'm trying to get enough information figured out so that I can announce how the giveaway is going to work probably in that video. So if you want to find out how to win my YouTube paychecks, stick around and subscribe, and I'll let you know as I get closer to when my first check's going to happen. I'm not exactly sure when it is, but I'm super excited that I can pay back, because this community really has been amazing. I started this channel just to hold myself accountable, and I am so grateful that I'm not only reaping that benefit, but that I am also seeing other benefits of being able to give back to this community. So that's where we're at. Watch for a video coming out next week with the debt update, because since the last time, I've not only paid off American Express, but I've got a nice chunk going towards my personal loan. I'm kind of excited to see where I'm at with everything. So if you want to see where I'm at too, we'll catch you next time.